But I think one crossover that I really want to see, and I was saying this to Stevie earlier, is like, do you remember Mario Striker? It's like a football game. With Mario. So there's that. And then if you could take like real life players and then combine it, like I think that would just be an amazing game.
Would you have the real life characters looking like Nintendo size? Because obviously, like you've got to think like body shape wise and everything.
So different.
That's a good question.
Because there'd be so much slimmer and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, would you have like a little Mario looking Harry Kane?
3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone.
Why?
Just thought it'd be annoying.
That's a good way to get some energy into the morning, to be fair.
Going straight away.
Good morning, everybody. Hello. It is bright and early. This is probably one of the earliest podcasts we filmed, I reckon.
It's 10 a.m.
I know, but we got here early. We got here early.
I left my house at 6:30 a.m. to be here.
Bloody hell.
Damn.
I was here at 7.
To be fair, I left at 7:30
Yeah,
and it took me too long.
Yeah, roughly around 7:30, something like that.
So, good morning. We are back. I have no idea what day it is. Do you know, I feel like January took the longest time.
And then
February's just gone.
Yeah, that's because February's short.
No,
it's
what,
a
like
leap year,
2
though.
days?
Ooh, it's got one extra day.
Exactly, bro. It makes a difference, I'm telling you.
I have a friend who is born on a leap year, and I think he turns 8 this year.
He turns
I had someone in
8.
secondary school that was born on a leap year.
Do they, because if you're born on a leap year, do you have to have it on your like birth certificate like as a different day? I'm pretty sure you have to
was
do
listed
it
every
day,
night.
right?
a leap year.
But I suppose you just celebrate it on the 1st.
Yeah, my friend
of March.
celebrates it on
Why
the 1st.
not the day before?
Because
I guess
technically
because you're
it
not
is-
then that age.
Because really, your birthday, if you don't say my birthday's on the 29th of Feb, you'd say my birthday is the day after the 28th of Feb.
Yeah.
Everybody who has a birthday on the 29th of Feb lets people know that their birthday is on the 29th of Feb.
Yeah, and they always say that. They go, I turned 7 this year.
I'm 8 years old.
No, you're 28, mate. Grow up.
Face the truth.
Anyway, we are back. Ian is not here, is he? Where is Ian?
He's
I
in
actually don't
Brazil.
know. He's in Brazil. Does anyone know what he's working on?
Oh, cool things.
Is it Rainbow Six?
Always.
Cool things.
As always, that boy
Is it
does not
Rainbow
care about
Six?
us. Yeah, it's probably Rainbow Six. It's probably cool, and he's probably having a great time, and he
As
doesn't
soon
want
as
to be
he's
here
got
with
something
us.
cooler to do, he's like,
See you later.
I'm out.
It's cold here.
I
Yeah.
know. I think he's posted on his Instagram story, just living his life,
Must be
sunglasses
nice,
on.
man.
I hate his life.
Watching you, Ian. We're watching you.
I also hate that he's not with us.
I
No
know.
offense to either
Yeah, I
of you
know.
two,
Man.
but I like him more.
It's all right.
Thanks.
Noted.
Well, you can do all the talking in this podcast then.
Okay, what
we're
games
gonna-
have we been playing lately?
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm leading it where it needs to go.
Actually, a good game to talk
Smooth.
about. Usually everyone takes the mick out of me for having like a really rogue random game.
How
which
old last time?
it was Power World. That's now been kind of completed, so no longer Power World.
Go on.
Shall I start?
Yeah? You said you've got a good game, you have to
set it
start.
up.
Red
now.
Dead Redemption 2 is
Great
what I've
game.
been playing.
I've
And
never played it.
I've not played the first one.
Fantastic game.
I think you would
Great
really
man.
love it.
I
However,
can't play single player games.
No, you can.
now you can do it on
Can.
stream. And the good thing about doing it on stream is everyone and their nan has played Red Dead Redemption 2, so everyone wants to see you play it, which
Yeah.
is great.
Well,
My
because it's that
viewership has
good.
never been so
Yeah.
high. Well, it
And
has.
the thing is with like Red Dead, it's like you can just do different things. It's kind of like a cowboy GTA.
It's insane. Like the amount of things that happen in that game. I was just like going through a random town and there's these like little side quests that you can do. But this wasn't even a side quest. This was just like a random NPC interaction. So you gallop, I guess, past
Are you
other
on a
people
horse?
on horses.
Yeah.
And every now and then you'll like, as you're galloping past, you'll hear like a cry in the distance or you'll hear something going on in the distance. And you can choose to get off your horse and go and see what's going on, basically.
Like Spider-Man, when you hear the police cars going past.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But you can choose just to leave it if you want to and carry on. I'm trying to get my honor really high, which is like where I'm being a really good person. So I pretty much stop for anything that's going on.
Oh, you don't do anything bad either.
I try. Well, you have to do bad things, but I try to be good. So I was playing yesterday and I was walking through this like crocodile infested like area. All of the areas are like really diverse but also very similar, and it's just the scenery is just unbelievable. And there was this man that had fallen off his horse and I was like, oh, I better stop and like help him out. So I stopped, put him on my horse, took him to the nearest like town, took him to a pharmacy, I think it was. And this, if you haven't played Red Dead Redemption, well, you just get playing it. I'm going to spoil it. This is not main storyline anyway. And you take him into the pharmacy, take him to the back of it, where like this doctor is gonna help tie his wounds up or whatever, and they're like, oh, you can leave now if you want to. But I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to stand here and watch this like little NPC interaction. And you just watch this guy get fully repaired, and then you watch his arm get fully amputated with a saw. And it's just like...
It only hurt his leg.
Yeah, no, it was his arm. It was his arm. But I was just blown away that you can watch this whole interaction. This isn't even a side quest, not a main quest. It's just a tiny little thing that you can like optionally pick up and do. But they've like filmed out all of this stuff. And it's just so intricately detailed. Every single cutscene, every single like NPC interaction that you have is just unbelievable. I really think you should play it, because I'm not a single player gamer either.
It's a great game. I think there's certain exceptions, like everyone's played GTA like story mode. I think Red Dead falls into that category.
It's a great game. I would even say it's maybe better than GTA, I think, personally. But my issue is I've been streaming on TikTok as well. I've been like multi-streaming on TikTok and Twitch, which has been going really well, except for the fact that everyone on TikTok makes it their mission to spoil every single aspect of the game for you. So why? Because they're just
that's what they do.
Horrible people.
TikTok generation.
They get a thrill from it. Very weird.
So weird. I now know what happens at the end of the game. I know what happens to the characters.
Hate that. Spoilers are the worst thing.
I'm still going to play it. However, if you're one of the people that spoil games on any platform, just
we see you.
Not good.
You know, Traitors, the BBC thing. That spoiled for me. I saw it on TV the day after the final. I hadn't even started watching it yet, but I knew I wanted to watch it. And the day after the final, I looked up and saw the TV, and it showed the 3 finalists, and at the bottom it said who the winner was. Even though I looked for a glance, I was like, well, I know the final 3 people and the winner.
That's paying.
Before I even watched episode 1.
I think that's worse than a video game spoiler, to be honest, because like at least when you play a whole video game, especially something like Red Dead, there's so many other things to experience.
And you're doing it as well.
Yeah.
And you're not I'm not playing it for like the end goal of the game. I'm playing it because the whole thing is just so immersive and cool.
Yeah.
So it's not as bad, but yeah, if I like was watching a movie and it got spoiled for me, that's the only thing I'd be able to think about the whole time. But like, I know what happens.
When is this happening?
Yeah.
The worst one ever happened to me recently. I was watching a series called Succession.
Just started that actually.
Incredible, yeah. Love it. It was so good, and I finished it now. But I'd watched the whole thing. I think it finished last year, like for the final series, and I'd never watched it before. But Robbie kept telling me how much he enjoyed it, so I was like, I'm going to watch the whole thing. And I smashed through it in about a month, watched all of it other than the last episode. And I was going to watch the last episode, but the night before, scrolling through Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it now, Elon, and I'd never, ever in my life seen anything Succession pop up online.
Yeah.
Never. Only time I've ever spoken about it was with Robbie. And the night before I watched the final, randomly, a few months after the finale, I saw a tweet that told me exactly who becomes the successor, which is the whole point of the series. It's called Succession. You want to know who becomes the head of this company. And the tweet was just like, obviously it was going to be this person. And I was like,
oh no, that's the worst.
That is pain.
And then the final episode, it's shot. I won't do any spoilers for you because I'm not that guy. But it's shot in a way that you're watching it, going, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? But even in the final episode, it could be this person, this person, this person. They don't let you know. And then I'm watching it, going,
I know.
Well, I know now. Yeah. There was no intensity in that final episode for me, which is really annoying.
That's horrible.
So anyone out there who purposefully spoils, I don't even know what camera that one. Spoilers, you're a loser.
Not cool. Just it's so annoying. Like when you go on Twitter, especially if there's like a big TV show out that you're watching or like a big movie, just have to block every single word to 100%. Do on Twitter.
Or just watch it straight away, especially movies.
What about you, TM? What you been playing?
I've been playing a little bit of Tekken, man.
Tekken?
My fighting bag right now, you know, a little bit.
I used to love Tekken back in the day. I've not played it for a while though.
I think
the new one.
Anyone that I speak to right now, like that's like a proper bang out, says like this new Tekken is very like beginner friendly.
Yeah,
which is really good. So like I literally picked it up the other day and just started playing it, and I'm using this guy called Dragunov, I think that's his name. But he's one of like the best characters on the game. Like everybody uses him. And I played like my first rank match like yesterday, and I won. But I just feel like there's so much to learn, especially with like fighting games. Like people are like juggling you like it's a football.
Yeah.
It's just so insane and it's so in depth. But yeah, man, I think I'll get used to it. I don't know how long I'll play it for because it's like it's not really me.
Yeah.
I picked it up because I was like, I want to try something new, sort of thing. But no, it's fun. It is fun, and it's very beginner friendly. And I think after a while, I'll probably find like the characters that I'm more used to. Like I used to play Tekken a lot, like when I was younger, like all the demos and stuff. And I loved Steve, like the boxer guy.
Yeah.
So I might use him, but King is cool as well. There's loads of like cool characters, but yeah, man, that's the game I'm kind of playing mainly. But it's not like I'm not overwhelmed with joy, if that makes sense.
Yeah. You're not like addicted to it.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like I could put it down at any time. It's not like God of War, like House for God of War.
Is it like so it's a new one, right?
Yeah.
Is it like the new Street Fighter where it's like open world? Or is it just literally just like fighting?
I haven't really explored it. I think when I've watched it a little bit on Twitch, I see people like walking around, so it can be kind of open world. But I think the main premise of it is the fighting, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I don't know. Tekken people don't hate me. I'm new, but
Tekken people come for him.
I grew up on Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I used to think I was decent at Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Loved the game. I'd memorize how to do fatalities. I'd memorize all of the special moves and stuff. When I play a game like Tekken, I'm a button masher.
Yeah.
I'm just spamming everything in the hope. And then when I'm getting juggled in the air, I'm just thinking, well, I can't do anything. This game's stupid. I can't stop this. But then you watch good people and they stop it, and I'm like, oh, they're blocked here.
Yeah.
But then you have to block it at a specific time.
It's so in depth.
Yeah, I'm punching my controller in the hope that it
There's
does
just no
something.
way I'm going to remember all of those combos.
It's
just
too much.
impossible.
But I think that's why you need to have like one guy. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've got Dragonov, the main best guy. I'm going to learn all his combos as much as I can, and then move on, as opposed to like just taking someone and going. It's a little bit crazy.
I guess the more you play different characters, the harder it's going to be to like actually learn
That's
the game
the
because
thing,
there's too many. Have you guys seen this new game called, I think it's Helldivers 2? Have you seen anything about it? I think it's like a co-op extraction game, but like it's been getting really, really good reviews. I honestly don't know much about it. I was watching my friend play, but the setting looks really good. Like the environment looks insane. But I think it's one of those games that you probably have to either be comfortable jumping into a lobby with random people, or you get 3 to 4 friends, three friends to buy it with you. So that's the other.
That's the only thing sometimes when it's like, I want to play this new game, and then like especially if you're streaming it, you need to rely on other people to buy the same game. Yeah. There's a game called A Way Out.
Oh, I love A Way Out.
Yeah, I've not played it yet, but that game you don't have. Only one of you has to buy it, and then you can invite the other person.
Oh, okay.
So, and I think it's escaping prison, but as like a co-op game. I
love a good game.
Back in the day, I used to play Army of Two.
I've heard of that. Yeah,
I loved it.
Great game.
Is that like a similar thing, like an escape prison?
No, it's just like a co-op game but you can't get to the next bit without your teammate and stuff like that.
You can play with Jack. Ask Jack to play with you.
He doesn't play games other than Fortnite.
Oh, really? He's not.
Yeah. And also, I've been playing loads of Fortnite lately, and I've barely been playing Rocket League. I'm a changed man.
Oh my God. Who is he?
Hallelujah.
I'm in my phone game era.
Oh my God, yeah, we should talk about.
Honestly.
What's it called?
Lately, so I've been playing, you reminded me of BeatStar.
I did. One of the last episodes, we were talking about phone games. I think it was with Robbie. And Stevie used to play this phone game, which is basically like Guitar Hero, but for the phone. I love Guitar Hero. I love rhythm games.
It's just that. And like, I'm proper class at it as well. Like, not to toot my own horn.
No ego present.
You guys saw my thumbs going a minute ago. I don't know why. I was always all right at Guitar Hero, to be fair, but I got back into it in a big way, and it's got some great. And it's good because it's like it's got actual songs on there that you can play, and the only thing I notice is that if I purposefully go slightly late, it gives me a better score. So I'm trying to judge that right.
Really?
Yeah, I've changed, like, you can change in the settings when you press the button, but when I actually match it perfectly, you can get perfect, but you can also get perfect plus. Yeah. And the only way to get the highest scores is by constantly getting perfect pluses. Yeah. So I've had to try and figure out a way of just going slightly late.
Maybe the calibration's slightly off or something.
Well, strangely, if I do a song that I've not heard before, I tend to do better because I'm naturally going, well, this is where they sing.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, so I've been playing that a bit, but I've been playing Block Blast a lot.
Oh, God.
What's that?
It's essentially just square Tetris that if you complete a line or a column,
I think you were talking about this last time.
But it's just like, it can give you like little segments like this, and then you have to fill out the square.
Is it kind of like Candy Crush in a way, or no?
No.
Oh,
it gives you shapes, and then you just block them in, and then as soon as you complete a line, it disappears. And then you have to hit the score. So it's like Tetris, but in a square. So I've been playing that a lot, and then I was also playing Block Hexa, I've been basically playing like slight puzzle games.
I love puzzle games.
And for the brain.
Block Hexa it gives you a random shape with a load of blocks, and you've got to figure out how they fit in. It's kind of like doing a puzzle essentially. So I'll show you guys. Sorry, listeners, you can't see what I'm doing.
I think people like that though, because they're like, oh, they're going to talk about a game that I've played this week.
Yeah, it's a hexagon thing, and then you just chuck it in, and you've got to hope you can kind of fill where that would go.
You can
Look
show
at
the
that.
camera.
First time as well, genius.
Nice.
Fair enough.
And that's it. So I'm on trying to, not that I'm trying to do anything for my brain, because that's a lost cause.
My issue with these phone games, they're just, everything's got so expensive. Like, there's nothing, you can't get anything for free these days.
So all the games I'm playing are free, but they've all got
The Beat game is free?
The what game?
The Beat
game's free.
Yeah, Beat game is free.
Just caked in ads. They're
Oh
all
my
caked in ads. So unless you want to pay, you can put money into it and not get ads.
How much is it?
I don't know. I'm not willing. I've not put money
So you
into
just
any of
sit
these.
through ads?
Neither have I, to be fair.
Sit through the ads.
Or just put your phone on airplane mode,
Well,
right?
it's like 5-second ads, and then you can cross them off.
Yeah. Put your phone on airplane mode while you're playing a game.
I
You
don't know
won't get
Don't know if
ads.
BeatStar lets you, because you need to stream the song.
Oh, yeah. So it's like an online exclusive.
So yeah, I'm on the phone games rather than, because if I sit on my PC, I'm just gonna play Fortnite. I'm not gonna randomly decide to.
You need to pick up a few more games.
Yeah.
I
you
do, but like, I'm
Stevie.
enjoying something, and if I start playing something else, I might get bad again, and I worry.
I think just branch out, because this is what I've told myself this year, and the reason I'm playing Red Dead is like, I'm going to make myself play some iconic games, and I haven't regretted it so far.
As long as they're online, I'll play them. I need to know I'm beating.
You can play Red Dead online, but I don't think it's...
Yeah, I'll be willing to do those kind of things. Get back into Mortal Kombat.
I think having friends play the games with also really helps. I just get my Discord community to buy like any game that I'm playing, and I'm like, come play with me, please.
It felt like a dig then, didn't it? Well, it would also help if you
You
had
just need
friends.
friends, yeah. Honestly, just get some friends, Stevie. Right, should we talk about what we're actually going to talk about in this?
Yes, because that involves Fortnite again.
It does involve Fortnite. Awesome. We are going to have a little, I guess, topic of discussion on video game crossovers, or what our dream video game crossovers would be. Now, I heavily struggled to think about this, because I don't really play games like Smash. I don't play that much Fortnite. I can't think of many games I've played that have crossovers in them. And when they have, I feel like I just haven't noticed, because when I play a game, I mainly always play for like, I just want to jump on, play the game, and then get off. Like, I don't care for like cosmetics, skins, all that kind of stuff very much. So when I was thinking, I was like, well, I just can't even think of what my dream crossover would be.
Would there be anything that like, so like for Fortnite, it's kind of like the whole point of a crossover is come and buy this new skin.
Exactly.
So, and you've just said you don't care for that, but obviously that does entice some people, and they're like, oh, maybe I'll try. Look, a friend of mine really likes anime, and he loved Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
And when Fortnite did the crossover with them, he was like, I'm going to give Fortnite a go, purely because he wanted to get the character from that.
Yeah.
And I don't care for that. But like, when I see characters like Deku was in it from My Hero Academia, so I'm buying him. And at the moment, or maybe not when this goes out, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is big in there. And that was like my Saturday morning TV. Loved it. Loved Mikey. So I bought the Michelangelo skin straight away. And now there's quests to get Shredder. So it's cool. But for you, is there like, it's kind of like if you just pick two of your random things
So
and mix
Overwatch,
them
I
into
play
one.
Overwatch all the time, right? And this is what I'm wondering, because the only game I've cared about buying skins on and spent a lot of money on skins was Valorant. And that's because you get like a new knife, or you get like a knife skin and stuff like that. But I don't play Valorant anymore. I don't really care about it. But anytime I go back to it, I'm just always enticed by some of the gun skins that they have on there. Whereas Overwatch, a game that I play literally every single day for hours on end, they have so many buyable skins, and I don't care about any of them. Like, I don't know if that's because in Fortnite it's third person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually see
Until
it.
you go into your ADS.
Yeah.
Whereas you can see your character if you emote on Overwatch, but you can't. It's always first person.
Yeah, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. Because most of the time, like in a lot of games, your skin is to show other people, isn't it?
100%.
Like some of the crossovers I've done have been stupid. Like Neymar in Call of Duty. Neymar in Fortnite. Like the one I find funny at the moment is people keep using the Lewis Hamilton skin in Fortnite, and I just cannot picture a single kid going, "Mum, can you get me Lewis Hamilton in Fortnite?"
Yeah, I feel like that would make sense in
very
game,
good at what he does. I just don't see that as that's not the kind of crossovers. Like I mainly use Miles Morales as a skin, but I use that because he's really slender, and I don't know if there's a hitbox thing on Fortnite.
But you feel like there is.
But he's tiny, and whenever I see something massive in the distance, like a big character, like the Hulk or something, I'm just thinking, I can't miss. So I like using like the slender skins. And I think Hen, one of the Fortnite pros, told me that most pros use female skins because they're smaller. So I imagine there is something to it. But like
everyone picks female skins in game, like female characters, and I don't know if it's because they just look great, or if it's because of the hitboxes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I always tell whenever I jump on a game with my friends and everyone picks a female character, I'm like, what is going on here? Like, what? Why?
Maybe you need to reevaluate your friends.
Maybe.
So is there no crossover that's ever happened that's made you like, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a skin in a game, but like Lego games, growing up, like Lego Batman,
Lego Harry Potter.
Like
so if they did like a Lego Overwatch, I feel like I'd be hyped about that. Yeah, if you could play Overwatch, but like, that would be sick. But that's just because it'd be like the same game, but like in a different form, and like everything would look different. So I'm like, and I don't really care about that many other Lego versions of games. Well, I did like Lego Fortnite. I thought that was really cool.
See, I hated it.
But only because it wasn't actually like Fortnite.
It was Minecraft.
It was Minecraft.
It was Minecraft.
But I did think that everything looked really awesome. Like the way that like the little carrots, like it looked like everything was Lego.
It looks great. It does look great, but I think that's my only. I love Fortnite as a game, but my issue with Fortnite is they're doing all these extra things now. Yeah. So they've got Festival, which is Guitar Hero essentially. Again, class at that, but it's okay.
Yeah.
But my hands cramp up, and it's a bit like Guitar Hero on here because it's a phone, and I'm like using my thumbs. It feels okay, but when you're doing it on a screen, it kind of feels like you should have the guitar. Because on the old Guitar Hero games, you can just play it with your controller, but it kind of feels like a bit of a cheat.
I think the iconic part of rhythm games is having the guitar.
You need it. So I don't think the festival thing's great on Fortnite. I don't think Rocket Racing is good at all. I think it's really, really dull, and the cars don't necessarily even drive like they do in Fortnite. And then they've got the cars in the game as well, so when you're just playing, you can drive around the map. And they drive awfully, just like every car. Every vehicle on Fortnite drives dreadfully. But like, I think my worry with Fortnite is that everything outside of the main game, for me personally, I haven't enjoyed. The Lego, the Festival, the Rocket Racing. And now, obviously, they've done this big deal, haven't they, with Disney?
Oh, yes. Have you seen this? I'm so excited. I'm excited to see... Because I don't really understand what that is about. So they've paid... I actually made some notes on this because I thought this was quite interesting. They invested 1.5 billion into Epic Games.
Wow.
And is that because they want them to just... Like, I do know much about
from what I've read,
so much money.
What Epic have done lately is obviously they're basically using Fortnite as a homepage to be able to do all these different things. Okay. But Fortnite's no longer, and it hasn't been for ages, Fortnite's no longer just this Battle Royale game. You've got loads of different lobbies. It's kind of like servers.
They're becoming like their own platform in a way.
It's just servers on Minecraft. You know, when you go on Minecraft and you go into servers, you go into whatever it's called, and you can go and play Bed Wars, then you can go and play this. Fortnite has all that, so you can play Bed Wars within Fortnite, like those kind of things. And now, obviously, they've done these ones that we've just mentioned, like Festival and Rocket Racing and whatnot. Disney then buying into it essentially means that they could use Fortnite as a homepage, but then you might be able to go and play an Iron Man game within Fortnite. Right. It wouldn't necessarily be... And then, obviously, it means the shop is just going to be flooded with Marvel and any Disney character. But at the moment, Fortnite's only issue with skins is that the skin needs to fit the game. So, like, I see people all the time go, it'd be great to put South Park in Fortnite. But then
you can't,
logistically you can't because they're tiny characters and you couldn't stretch them out. They brought Peter Griffin into the game, and I think it's one of the ugliest skins they've ever done because they've beefed him up and for whatever reason because they wanted the hitbox to be okay. And I think it looks dreadful. So I guess if Disney buy in, they've got an excuse to chuck in Mickey Mouse and these other characters of theirs that don't necessarily need to be used within Fortnite, but it could be used in the Lego Fortnite world, and it could be used in these other things. So I don't know where they're going to go with it, but it looks like it's just going to be a homepage, and maybe you could click on Fortnite and end up watching a Disney film.
They've said, in addition to being a world-class games experience and into operating with Fortnite, the new persistent universe will offer a multitude of opportunities for consumers to play, watch, shop, and engage with content, characters and stories from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, Avatar, and more. So they'll be able to create their own stories and experiences, express their fandom in a distinctly Disney way. But also, I wonder if you'll be able to I wonder if there's going to be a Disney world within an explorable Fortnite space.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. I think that would be kind of cool. It would be cool to jump on and be able to play inside of Disneyland or something.
Yeah, I imagine it said watch as well. So you know how Twitch is linked to Amazon Prime. So you can watch videos with your viewers as long as they've got Amazon Prime. I wouldn't be surprised if you can go into Fortnite and as long as you've both got Disney Plus, you can go and sit and watch a film together.
Yeah. Which I get.
I don't get the point of it personally, because if I wanted to, I'd just call them and go, do you want to watch this film?
Yeah, just go and sit on Discord or something.
But maybe you could go and sit in a cinema with your Fortnite character and then you're all watching this film together in headsets or whatever. But so the possibilities for that, being Disney being the company it is, and Epic and Fortnite being as big as it is, the possibilities are huge.
Endless, yeah.
But my worry is that it will oversaturate and potentially damage the game itself, because I think Rocket Racing damaged Rocket League because I'm pretty sure I could be wrong on this, but I know a lot of people have been saying Rocket League's going downhill at the moment, but I'm pretty sure they got rid of quite a lot of Psyonix people who created Rocket League.
Really?
And then made them really focus on Rocket Racing, which meant Rocket League was kind of just pushed to the side. Yeah. And now all the current RLCS Pro stuff for Rocket League is a bit of a mess. Really? So I don't know if that will then mean Fortnite becomes the head of everything, or whether Disney becomes the head of everything, which will in turn hurt Fortnite and hurt everything else.
Crazy. That's insane.
I do like some of the stuff they're doing. I think I did enjoy, even though it was for a small time, I enjoyed the Lego thing, and I thought it was new and innovative, especially when I'm not a massive Fortnite player. It's cool to be able to jump on and play something in a similar style, but also completely different. So I don't know. I think I'm excited for what they're going to bring out, but it's going to be a long process, I think.
The only thing is it sometimes just a bit of a thing where you go, oh, that's really cool, and then about 10 minutes later you're like, meh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Siri.
Yeah.
I remember when Siri came out, I was like, oh my God, I can ask my phone what its favourite colour is. When's the last time you properly used Siri?
Yeah, well, I use it just when I'm
my hands are tired.
If I'm hands-free.
But that's it. But other than that, when I was first getting, I was going, tell me a joke.
Yeah, exactly. No one uses any of those features, and it's like the rhythm game in Fortnite.
Yeah,
and the rocket racing is just and now it's just going to sit there until they decide there doesn't have enough players.
Well, what they're doing with that as well now is that the quests to get more battle stars so you can go up on your battle pass is that they'll force quests within Rocket Racing, within Festival, and within Lego Fortnite. So you can level up without doing it, but if you want to get your skins quicker, like the Peter Griffin skin and stuff, it's worth you going to play these games. So they're trying to get people into it, but they're just not good enough to play. I don't know if that's the right way to go about it. God, games is taking such a turn, aren't they? It's the same as Rocket League, funnily enough. On their, I haven't actually bought the Rocket Pass the last 2 seasons, but on their quests or their whatever they call them, their tasks to be able to go up, they kept putting things in you must play 3 competitive 1v1 games, or 3 casual games, or you can't go up. And it's I never play casual. I don't see the point in playing a game if I'm just playing for no result. Yeah. So I don't see why they haven't done the quest, because there's no benefit to me playing casual unless they want to try and fill those lobbies as well. But they should be able to make that quest, play 3 casual or online. Yeah. And I think Fortnite are trying to force people over like that. So I don't know. Personally, I'd think it's going to be amazing for 10 minutes, and then you're going to go, I just want the original back. It's the same as I said when OG came out. I thought everyone was like, oh my God, OG's back. Yeah. All the nostalgia. And then you go, there's a reason they updated it.
There's a reason it's gone as well.
Yeah, and then it was it's actually quite a basic game because it was the first they'd done. They've updated it for a reason. It's better now. And then I think the last update did way too much. But none of this has anything to do with crossovers. other than the Disney part.
I think battle passes in general, and I know that's also not about crossovers, but I think battle passes in general like ruined a lot of the way people play games, and it's really frustrating.
Kind of the leader
they were like
the
first ones, and now everything has a battle pass.
Yeah, I think Fortnite's battle pass is easily one of the best of any game. Rocket League's just dreadful.
One of those ones where you have to like the basic tier is like absolute crap, and then you have to upgrade the battle pass to get good stuff.
No, I just don't think you can get anything. You buy the battle pass, but the reason Fortnite's one is so good is that you always earn enough V-Bucks to be able to just keep getting it. So you only really have to pay for it once, as long as you don't waste your V-Bucks in the shop. So you pay for it once, and then you can just as long as you play enough, you'll earn enough V-Bucks back to be able to constantly be getting it. But theirs is so good because the crossovers are so good.
That's how it should be.
You've in the battle pass before, you've been able to get Darth Vader, Spider-Gwen, Snake from Metal Gear Solid's in this one. Peter Griffin's in this one, so their crossovers for their battle pass are always really good. Whereas other games, like I said, Rocket League's battle pass is dreadful. You don't use anything you get in it, so I've just stopped
so is
doing
Overwatch's. Overwatch didn't used to have a battle pass until like Overwatch 2, I think, and now it's a case of you actually have to buy it with real money.
Yeah.
Even though I play the game every single day, it doesn't like give you money to buy the pass with, and there's only certain skins you can only get through getting the battle pass as well. So it's like. It's just like, it punishes players that have played for a really long time, or just people that want to have all of the stuff. But going back to crossovers, then we'll ask you, because I genuinely couldn't think of any crossovers. I was like, this would make me buy the game. If I was really into an anime or something, I think that would be cool. It's like skins in a game, or even maybe maps based on a certain location. I think those are really cool too, to be able to play like a map in Overwatch and have it be based on an area from like a movie or like a TV series or something like that. But in terms of like playable characters, Fortnite has the skins obviously, and you can like they are pretty much like those characters.
You don't get their abilities or
exactly, but even in like on Overwatch, it would just be like their outfit. Like you can't change which character it actually is.
Yeah. But that's to stop people from paying to win, essentially, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because imagine you could get like Goku. If you got Goku and you could go Super Saiyan and Kamehameha everyone, it's going to be
too easy.
They did bring it in. You could actually, you could get the powers and stuff, but it was only like everyone had the same chance of collecting it. You couldn't pay to get it.
Right. That's a good way to go about it. I think
the only game in terms of like anime, the only game that's like I think got all the characters came out like 4 years ago. It was like Jump Force. There's this game called Jump Force. It had like anybody you think of, Naruto, Deku, like JoJo. Who else was in it? Every anime character you could think of from every anime was in it. So that was pretty good, but it was a little bit underwhelming. But so I feel like maybe if they could take that and then improve it, that would be a great game, because like everybody loves anime, and if you have your favorite character, you're always naturally going to want to use him. But I think one crossover that I really want to see, and I was saying this to Stevie earlier, is like, do you remember Mario Striker? It's like a football game. With Mario. So there's that, and then if you could take like real life players and then combine it, like I think that would just be an amazing game.
Would you have the real life characters looking like Nintendo size? Because obviously, like you've got to think like body shape wise and everything.
So different.
That's a good question.
Because there'd be so much slimmer and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, would you have like a little Mario looking Harry Kane? Or like Luigi, but with like Harlan's hair.
I think that would be hilarious. I think that would be hilarious.
I think they'd have to do that.
Yeah.
I think that would be good. That would be a good crossover, because obviously they've already got the football element.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's, to me, that was Mario versus Sonic.
Yes.
Growing up.
What a game.
That was a crossover that I loved. Mario versus Sonic at the Olympic Games.
I remember that came out and I said, I'm getting that straight away.
I was a Sonic boy growing up. I always loved Sonic. And Mario, I liked it, but Sonic was like my boy.
Yeah.
And then when they did those crossovers, I was like, now I can show Mario how much better Sonic is. Yeah, look at Sonic. And then it's the same for Super Smash as well. See, any of the Smash games. You never really played them, have you?
Most of them on here, I'm looking through a list of like games that have crossovers. So many of them are Sonic and so many of them are Mario.
That's just because they're both Nintendo. Well, Sonic's not. Sonic was Sega, but I guess when Sega stopped creating consoles, I guess they then come up with a deal with Nintendo.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so Sega Superstars Tennis, Sonic, Sega All-Stars Racing, Sonic All-Stars Racing,
Super Monkey
Transformed,
Ball, I'm pretty sure Sonic's in.
Bunch of them. But then also, I just was looking through the system and I got reminded the first ever not the first ever physical crossover, but do you remember the amiibos that you could get? Like the little amiibo things? And you could buy like different characters from different franchises and buy the little amiibos for them and like, how did that even work?
It was like a little platform.
Scan them into your game?
So before like the current amiibos, I don't know what came first, but there was a game called Lego Dimensions. Right. And you'd get a Lego set essentially, and it'd be on PlayStation 3, maybe PlayStation 2 even. Might have been PlayStation 3. You get a Lego set, you build the Lego set, but within this set you build this platform that connects via USB into your console. And then you get these Lego characters that are all on their own little circle disc. You put it in, and then as you put it on, you can watch the TV. Your character appears in the game. So it's basically just essentially scanning like a code in the bottom of the Lego character. So in reality,
it's just
nothing.
the same as like buying it's that's kind of messed up, isn't it?
It's a way of convincing you to, like, kids were obviously like, oh my God, I've got Lego and
I
it's
have
on
to get
there.
it. I wonder how much were they? Do you guys remember how much the amiibos were?
They weren't cheap. Wow. Amiibos are still crazy expensive now. If like you go into a CEX or something, you'll see it, because now it's almost like they're collectibles rather than playables. But I guess that was what they were hoping for in the first place. But it definitely hasn't been something to take off massively.
Yeah, that's... I don't think I ever bought any amiibos. I don't think I had the little scanning thing for it either. So what would your dream crossover be?
For me, I feel like a lot of my dream crossovers are happening constantly. As I said, like Teenage Mutant
Everything
Ninja Turtles.
in Fortnite.
Everything in Fortnite. Like, they're given so many characters. The weird thing is, though, like when I think, oh, that'd be such a cool character, I instantly think too big. I'm always thinking it needs to work within the game.
It needs to work, yeah.
Like I've got Deku, and I love Deku as a character, but I don't often use him in the game. I bought him and then was like, oh, I don't really like using him, which is a little bit annoying. But because I don't play many games, I wouldn't like it if Rocket League's tried a few crossovers with Disney, funnily enough. Like you could get like all it is like decals on your decal.
Is it decals?
Was it decals? That was weird. Decals. Decals on your car, and I bought one. And I'm so weak for this. I'm like, oh,
see,
that's so
I'd like
cool.
that. That would be cool.
Yeah,
like,
but I got a car that was R2D2, but the car was the exact same shape as the car I had before. But now it's white and blue, and it looks like R2D2.
I think that's sick.
I think that's cool though.
Yeah, so that's
you're always going to see your car. Yeah.
So crossovers for me, I like any form of crossover where it's not paid to win, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like... Yeah. I've never liked FIFA packs or EAFC packs, whatever they want to call them now, just because I find that gives you a genuine advantage. But I've always liked Fortnite because you don't have to put money into the game to be just as good.
Yeah.
But if you want to, it's completely up to
fine,
you.
Yeah.
But because I don't play enough games now that crossovers would mean much to me. But funnily enough, this BeatStar game that I play, if there's a song that I really like pop up, I'm like, oh, I love this song, and I get excited for that. So it's just anything you like in the normal world outside of gaming. If that was suddenly in the game, you're going to be a bit like, oh, cool. Yeah. But I don't think there could be a crossover big enough to entice me to play a game, which is obviously what your issue is.
Yeah, nothing that would make me pick up a brand new game, I don't think. But then I just think everything's already been... Like, what more can you really do apart from this character in this game or this skin in this game? Like, you can't...
Pokemon could do something, I think.
Yeah.
Well, Pal World's obviously just essentially done Pokemon with guns, and Pokemon hasn't adapted much over the last
Pokemon needs to adapt. Like.
So Pokemon would probably be the one. I grew up on Pokemon, absolutely loved it. Haven't liked it for years though, sadly, because I think since Sword and Shield, I've kind of binned it off. But I think if they did something, I'd be all over it. I know they've obviously done like Pikachu's in Super Smash and so's Charizard and stuff, but I think if Pokemon as a game brought something else in to make it more exciting, I'd be intrigued by
People were making Pokemon mods for Pal World, so people want that kind of game. People want like this open world.
Maybe not
like,
with guns.
You walk around. And, to be fair, none of my pals ever had guns. They just do that. They have their own attacks and stuff. Like you can give them extra stuff if you want to.
Yeah.
But you can just have them like do their own standard attacks. But I think it's Nintendo. Like I just don't think Pokemon is ever going to change the way it makes games. It's just so
but like they do so much for Mario. Like Mario's each time you get a new game, you think it's going to be the same thing. Like Mario Wonder, you're just running from left to right to left again. But then they'll add new things to it. Whereas I don't think Pokemon's really added anything new for years. I just think
Pokemon, like they know they can get away with just making the bare minimum.
Just add a few new Pokemon, and it's
very rigid as well. Like just because they've done it for so long. Like it's kind of the same thing, like gym trainers, X, Y, and Z. Like it's all very like samey. Whereas like I feel like they have more wiggle room with Mario. Like I don't know, I just feel like Mario can do so many different things. Whereas Pokemon, obviously they can fight, you can catch them, you can train at gyms. I don't know how or what direction they would take it in.
Maybe they need a crossover then. They need another game to come in. Yeah. Pokemon, but football. Harry Kane teaches Ash how to play football, and they use Bulbasaur. They kick a Bulbasaur about.
Did any of you guys watch Pokemon Concierge?
No.
Can't believe you need to watch it.
I can't tell if I like the animation style or not. It throws me off a little bit.
It's 4 like 15-minute episodes.
Maybe I'll just watch it then.
Yeah, you should. But I don't know. Like Pokemon's one of those things. I have really tried to get into the games, but I think like the whole turn-based combat isn't like massively my thing.
Yeah.
And I think it does have a lot of turn-based combat. Also, they just haven't like. I feel like they could do so much more with how the game looks, and every time they bring out a new game, it's just like
it's almost getting worse.
It just gets so bad. And another thing that irks me about it, right? I loved Pokemon Go. I feel like Pokemon Go is like
great game.
One of the most incredible things. So they do like new, innovative things, but they have this Pokemon Go catcher, right? Where you can walk. So it's like you can just have it in your pocket and you walk around and it automatically catches Pokemon from. Well, Callum has one. And
does not defeat the point
thing does not stop vibrating. Like it literally vibrates so heavily. You can't put it on any surface and you cannot turn the vibration off. And they've had this thing out for years and they've not like they've just failed to like people are now opening their own ones and soldering like the vibration things off so that it just stops. And they've just never updated it. It's never bothered.
What does it do?
You have it you connect it to your Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And you just walk around with it like on a key ring or in your pocket or something, and it auto catches the Pokemon for you.
That 100% defeats the point of playing the game.
Really?
You're not doing anything.
Yeah,
no, but it depends. Playing it. You're just
but if you're not playing it anymore for like people just playing it to get like as much XP as possible and like collect absolutely everything.
That's cheating again, isn't it? Doesn't make that's like on Fortnite. You can pay to go up levels to get extra XP. But then you're not actually that level. But
then, like, what if there's a shiny and you miss it because you?
Well, that's your fault. You've missed. That's the whole point of shiny chasing, and you're.
I think the.
Nah, Callum, you let me down. Callum, you're not a real trainer.
Oh no,
you're not a Pokemon master.
He's gonna be upset when
you're a disappointment. So sad that is.
Anyway, Pokemon, do more for your fans.
Yeah,
because
please, man.
That is one thing that really annoys me.
Pokemon, and I've wanted Pokemon in Fortnite for ages, but. Again, you could only have the majority of Pokemon could only be back bling, but you could have little Pikachu in a backpack. That'd be cool. That could work. And then Ash would work as a character. He'd fit the sizes and whatnot.
Yeah, there's definitely things to do.
Would you buy Ash?
Yeah, 100%. Really? I'd be all over that.
I don't know.
I think a lot of people would.
Put Misty, Ash and Brock in and people would be all over it. Gary even. Some people would want Gary.
But I do think it'd be funny to watch the Pokemon in the backpack is a really good idea.
I think they won't know because I don't think Pokemon will ever be associated with guns. Because although Fortnite is a kids game, it does ultimately involve shooting other people.
I think it would be a surprising crossover. I think.
I'm still surprised the Simpsons haven't gone in there. They put Futurama in there, but never Homer. But I guess that's because you'd want Bart, and he doesn't fit unless you do the in the Simpsons when they go to the future and you see older Bart and older Lisa, put them in.
I'm surprised Peter Griffin was so popular because I feel like the age of kids that play Fortnite. Sorry, Steve.
You think honestly it's the worst skin in the world.
You think that they wouldn't even know who Peter Griffin is?
I think like, even Isaac's 7 and he knows who Peter Griffin is.
Right. But you wouldn't let him watch Family Guy.
Oh, God, no. No.
I'm pretty sure I was watching Family Guy like way too young. And when you look back on that show now, it's absolutely horrendous.
It's crazy.
But I still love it. Are they bringing out new seasons? Because like I
think it's still
still
going.
love watching it.
Really? I stopped watching it.
Right. Well, I can't think of any more crossovers, to be honest with you. I couldn't think of any to begin with.
No, I think we're pretty much there.
Capcom, Mortal Kombat obviously has loads of crossovers in it. Super Smash Bros, that one has. But then Super Mario, is it called Super Mario Kart? Mario Kart.
Super Mario Kart.
My brain was like, overtime. Mario Kart has loads in it. They even have Animal Crossing like characters in, but then obviously that's all just like tied in with Nintendo.
Yeah.
Do they have anyone that's not from Nintendo in Super Mario?
Well, I guess Sonic,
America?
but then it's whether that counts.
Yeah.
But then I feel like Sega and like Nintendo now are just like, they do go hand in hand.
I think that's everything. We've covered everything. Unless you lot can think of ones that we haven't spoken about.
Yeah. Tell us your favourite video game crossovers, I guess, in the comments. Let us know if there's any we missed that you think are absolutely iconic. And I think we'll wrap it. So thank you very much for watching. And don't forget to give us a rating if you enjoyed it and leave us some feedback. And we will see you in the next one.
Peace out.
Bye. Don't use the Peter Griffin skin.